Welcome to True Crime Stories. Today, we have a gripping story to share with you. It revolves around Sasha Samsudean, a vibrant real estate agent who tragically lost her life in her own apartment. Join us as we uncover the mystery behind her untimely demise and reveal the dark secrets hidden within the walls of Uptown Place, located in the heart of downtown Orlando. In the midst of the bustling streets and towering skyscrapers, Sasha thrived as a dedicated real estate agent. Known as the Cupid of apartment hunting, she had a knack for helping people find their dream homes and turning them into havens of comfort and belonging. With her infectious smile and unwavering professionalism, Sasha had earned a stellar reputation in the industry. Her own apartment, nestled within the secure fortress of Uptown Place, was a testament to her impeccable taste and attention to detail. Equipped with CCTV cameras, a vigilant security guard, and personalized key codes for each resident, the building exuded an air of invincibility. It was a sanctuary where one could escape the chaos of city life. On the fateful evening of October 16, 2015, Sasha, only 27 years old at the time, enjoyed a night of celebration with friends. After their favorite football team's victory, they headed to Attic, a trendy nightclub filled with music and laughter. They surrendered themselves to the enchanting allure of the dance floor, momentarily forgetting their worries. As the clock struck 12:30 a.m. on October 17, Sasha bid farewell to her companions and embarked on a solitary journey back to her apartment. Little did she know that fate had a cruel twist in store. One of her closest friends, Anthony Rupert, had planned to meet her for breakfast the next morning, confident that their paths would cross again. However, destiny had other plans. Anthony's heart was filled with worry as Sasha failed to appear for their planned meeting. He tried reaching out to Sasha through phone calls and messages, but all he received was an eerie silence. This unusual behavior prompted him, along with two other friends, to pay a visit to Sasha's apartment later that day. Their repeated attempts to get her attention went unanswered, intensifying their growing unease. With a sense of uneasiness, they decided to contact the authorities and requested a wellness check to ensure Sasha's well-being.
It's very out of the ordinary to not hear from her because Sasha is very, very active on social media, text messaging and everything. So I reached out to her closer friends. Nobody else had heard from her.
At 8 p.m. that evening, officers arrived at Sasha's apartment. Their anticipation grew as they prepared to enter the unknown. The lack of forced entry indicated a peaceful entry. However, upon entering the premises, they were hit by a strong smell of bleach, a harsh assault on their senses. Their worst fears were confirmed when they discovered Sasha's lifeless body in the bedroom, covered by the comforter, a disturbing scene of violence and despair. The clothes on her upper body had been forcefully torn open, her necklace tangled in her hair, while her lower body lay exposed, a stark reminder of the brutality she endured. A thorough examination revealed injuries on her head and arms, but it was the ligature marks around her neck that revealed the true savagery: strangulation, a cruel end to a vibrant life. The perpetrator, an evil presence, unknowingly left behind a trail of clues. Detectives found two sets of fingerprints on the toilet seat lid, belonging to Sasha and her inner circle. A shoe imprint near her bed provided further evidence of the intruder's presence, while DNA evidence recovered from Sasha's body offered a glimpse into the killer's identity. However, this genetic profile remained a mystery, as it did not match any records in their database. Investigators embarked on a meticulous journey, reconstructing the events leading to Sasha's untimely death. They carefully analyzed CCTV footage from Attic and Sasha's apartment complex, hoping to uncover clues about her movements that fateful night. Despite the bustling downtown Orlando, they managed to isolate Sasha's figure, tracing her every step. Interestingly, despite leaving the nightclub by herself, Sasha was caught on camera walking alongside two other women. After appealing to the public, these kind-hearted individuals came forward. Their testimonies shed light on the circumstances surrounding Sasha's return home. They described how they had come across Sasha stumbling along the sidewalk, her steps unsteady and her demeanor confused. Worried about her well-being, they offered to call a taxi and accompany her back to her place. Grateful for their generosity, Sasha accepted their offer. The women watched as Sasha approached her apartment building, only to be stopped by the security guard, Stephen Duckberry, who claimed not to recognize her. However, another resident, who had a compassionate heart, vouched for Sasha and let her inside. Armed with this new information, the authorities turned their attention to Stephen Duckberry, the mysterious security guard who had initially denied Sasha access to her own home. When questioned, Stephen provided a confusing explanation of the events that took place that night. He said he had found Sasha struggling to enter her apartment, her mind clouded by alcohol, and her memory failing her. Stephen offered to accompany her to a nearby car where she could retrieve her spare key. However, before they reached their destination, Sasha miraculously remembered her access code and hurried back to her door. Stephen claimed that he had thoroughly checked Sasha's apartment after she successfully entered, only to find it empty. Upon his return, he said he encountered Sasha once again, this time in the hallway, engaged in a conversation with an unknown man, a person who quickly became the prime suspect in the investigators' eyes. Undeterred, the detectives delved deeper into Sasha's life, examining her phone records for any potential leads. The investigators made a startling discovery about Sasha's final message. It turned out that she had sent it to her ex-boyfriend, Ben, just before her untimely death. Throughout the evening, they had been exchanging text messages, with Ben inviting her to a party. But at 5:12 a.m., Sasha sent him a cryptic message with just one word, Ben. This eerie message became her last communication, a haunting farewell to a life cut short. Ben, the recipient of Sasha's final message, was quickly located and questioned by the authorities. He willingly provided a DNA sample and gave a solid alibi, effectively clearing himself of any involvement in Sasha's murder. With no leads to follow, the detectives turned their attention to the security footage from Uptown Place on the night of Sasha's death. This footage would prove to be a crucial piece of evidence, revealing a sinister story hidden beneath the surface. At 1:46 a.m., Sasha was seen entering the building accompanied by a resident who had vouched for her. This person followed Sasha and asked about her well-being. Then, they were observed stumbling up the stairs and disappearing from the camera's view for about 20 minutes. At 2:06 a.m., Sasha reappeared on the camera, this time running up another set of stairs, chased by the building's security guard, Stephen Duckberry. At 2:25 a.m., the two were captured walking together towards the parking lot, which matched Stephen's earlier statement. They then re-entered the building after Sasha remembered her entrance code. Initially, the footage seemed to support Stephen's account. However, the investigators were chilled to realize that there was no footage of Sasha walking down the hallways with an unknown male, as Stephen had claimed. This discrepancy cast doubt on his narrative and raised suspicions about his true intentions. At 5:13 a.m., right around the time Sasha sent her final message, security footage caught Stephen heading towards Sasha's apartment. Then, at 6:36 a.m. he was spotted leaving the building with 2 trash bags, which he placed in his car parked outside. Shortly after, at 6:39 a.m. he clocked off from work and disappeared from the scene. The investigators, now fully suspicious, closely examined Stephen's actions. They made a significant discovery: the trash bags he carried matched the ones found in Sasha's apartment. This finding strengthened their belief that Stephen might have been trying to get rid of evidence that connected him to the crime. With this new information, the authorities obtained a search warrant for Stephen Duckberry's residence. Inside, they found a pair of shoes that looked remarkably similar to the imprint near Sasha's bed. Additionally, his fingerprints matched those on Sasha's toilet seat, and the DNA evidence recovered from her remains undeniably proved his guilt. As if the evidence wasn't damning enough, investigators also found a bite mark on Stephen's arm and scratches on his body, indicating a violent struggle between him and Sasha. However, the most chilling piece of evidence came from Stephen's phone records. Just moments before Sasha's life was taken, he had searched on Google for how to bypass a quick-set keypad lock, the exact type of lock on Sasha's door. Stephen Duckberry found himself on trial, faced with overwhelming evidence. The jury deliberated for just 4 hours before delivering a guilty verdict, holding Stephen accountable for Sasha's murder. As a result, he received a life sentence without the possibility of parole, a fitting punishment for his atrocious crime. Following the trial, many people came to realize the true nature of Stephen Duckberry, the man who hid behind the facade of a security guard. They believed that Sasha sensed the danger she was in and pretended to forget her entrance code, hoping to prevent Stephen from entering her apartment forcefully. Unfortunately, Sasha's efforts were in vain, as Stephen remained determined to carry out his sinister plan. The tragic end of Sasha Samson serves as a chilling reminder of the monsters that exist among us, individuals who exploit their positions of trust to prey on the vulnerable. It is a story of betrayal and deception that forces us to question the motives of those around us, even those we thought we could rely on. Don't hesitate to let me know your thoughts about this story in the comments section, and please to like and subscribe. This will help my channel to grow. Thank you for watching.